Welcome to the Landbank Show, where we highlight some of the most creative and non-traditional ways to make money in real estate. We will showcase some of the world's greatest male and female real estate developers and teach you how you can make money by using the same strategies. Now, it's time to develop. Here's your host, Charles Noonan.
Welcome to the Landbank Show. I'm your host, Charles Noonan. The reason I started this podcast was I come across in my real estate journey some phenomenal individuals that do some extraordinary things in real estate. They do some non-traditional methods of running up millions of dollars in real estate. So I started this show just to share with you exactly what goes on in New York City or across the world in real estate that maybe you guys can find some interesting entry points and start to get in on your own. I'm Charles Noonan. I'm a New York City real estate developer, and I have over 343 debt-free deeds in my name. So my niche is in Landbank Properties. Landbank Properties are properties that you buy from government agencies called land banks, and they sell them for really low dollar amounts just for the benefit of putting properties back on the tax books and things like that. However, what you guys can expect on this show is to hear all about people in my network and how they've created portfolios in some non-traditional ways through real estate. My history in real estate started way back in the early 2000s, where I started out buying single and multiple family properties in New York. Then after maybe 10 or so years, I graduated and I started to realize that debt-free was the actual best way to make money in real estate because you never really have to worry about missing a mortgage. And then it kind of went along with my brand and my beliefs of creating generational wealth, not debt, through highly leveraging loans and things like that for real estate. So I started to purchase properties through land banks, and I just created and continued to grow my portfolio in real estate through Landbank Properties, buying land, as well as a lot of buying hold real estate. So my ultimate strategy for everyone on the Landbank team is to ultimately buy and hold real estate, own it debt-free, and grow their portfolios. Being in New York City, it's not that easy. There are no properties in New York City that start at $1,000 like Landbank Properties. So at all of our real estate networking events and all the events that we do in New York City, I was just continuously hearing stories about how everybody got their start, some of the new things that they're doing in real estate. There's like some conversion things going on where you can make a 2-family, a 3-family. There's just tons of information that I want to share with you guys on how you can just create this phenomenal portfolio in real estate. Lastly, what I want to tell you guys, and I want you to know what you can expect, is some interviews where we're not just going to ask them a little bit about what they do and how they do. Here's where this show is going to be different. I'm going to ask them to actually explain and break it down in understandable steps where you guys, if you see value in anything that's taught on the Landbank Show, I want you guys to be able to do it too for yourself. So we have some like dope individuals, and everybody that comes on the show, I have to tell you, these are individuals that I admire. They're individuals that I look up to. So I'm always going to be excited about having them because they're friends of mine. Some of them are even going to be students. So part of the show, we're going to have some interviews where I really dig into the minds of Landbank team members. I want to know what made them join, what made them decide to choose me as a mentor. Then I want to know what made them take the leap and decide to follow the footsteps that I had in real estate. A part of what I do is non-traditional. Sometimes people don't necessarily see value in vacant properties. Land banks they sell vacant properties and land. You have to be a visionary to buy a vacant property. You have to see something that's ugly and horrible and already see that you can make it something beautiful. Sometimes we say we're taking properties from vacant to vibrant. Sometimes we say we're taking properties from trash to treasure. Either way, to be on the Landbank team, you have to be a unique individual that is a visionary and that sees value in creating generational wealth, not debt. I'm never going to take out like millions and millions of dollars of loans to buy properties that are going to pay small amounts at the end of the month. I have this contrarian mindset where I'd rather just buy properties outright, just cash out on the properties. And then all the money that we make at the end of the month, we can keep it. We can start to dump it into other properties, and we can do tons of other things with it. Then, just as a give back to you guys, we're going to do a segment called Free Education Fridays, where it's going to be 5 to 10 minute episodes of me, Charles Noonan, sharing my wild, crazy, non-traditional thoughts on how I make money in real estate. I'm going to teach you things like acquisitions. I'm going to go through exit strategies such as buying, renovating, and selling, buying, renting out, buying and holding for maybe short periods of time. And I'm going to share with you through these 5 to 10 minute sessions unique ways that people don't really know that you guys can get into real estate too. And what's unique about it is that for Landbank Properties, and why I decided to create the Landbank team, is because I was finding that there was some barriers to entry in real estate. So I figured I would teach individuals that don't have jobs, that don't have good credit, and don't necessarily have two or more years on a job consistently where they would qualify for traditional loans. Landbank Properties, you can buy them as long as you have the money and you're able to articulate your vision and what you're going to do for the property. Land banks will let you buy them. There are some land banks that will even let you buy them online through an auction or through a process in which you just put in an application and you pay for it and you actually own the property. So tap into the show, like, subscribe. I want you guys to watch every single episode because it's going to pour tons of value into you as a developer or even an aspiring developer. We specialize in turning aspiring developers into experienced developers, and they get these wild and crazy portfolios of multiple properties. I'll see you soon. Tap in. Enjoy the first episode.
Thank you for listening to the Landbank Show with Charles Noonan. Please leave a review for this podcast and give it 5 stars. Also, follow on Instagram at Charles J. Noonan and share with others as we want to share these unique strategies with developers across the world.